Hello, I'm Meryl Hathaway, and today our guest is Adrienn Chang, owner of Wow Wow Hawaiian Lemonade in Dorado Hills, California. Working in the insurance industry for almost 20 years, she got tired of the corporate world and wanted to pursue her passion in being a small business owner. When she was first introduced to the Wow Wow Hawaiian Lemonade franchise by her close friend 2 years ago, the good vibes and the good eats instantly brought her back home to her roots in Maui. She fell in love with the brand and the mission to inspire and uplift customers with a craft lemonade experience by serving the tastiest fresh pressed lemonades, craft acai bowls, and healthy bites while leaving a reduced environmental footprint for the next generation. Everything she offers at the lemonade stand is what she would proudly serve to her own family, and she's excited to bring the taste of the islands and the aloha spirit to her community. I'm so delighted to welcome Adrienn to the show. Good morning.
Hi.
It's so nice to have you. And I will say outright, I am so jealous that you got to grow up in Maui. I think that's the coolest thing ever. So we're going to jump right into our first section of the show called Getting to Know You. I'm just going to ask you a series of this or that questions. You don't have to think too hard. Just go with your first instinct response. Okay. Tablet or laptop?
Probably laptop because I have a lot of emails I have to get to and it's just faster to access.
Yep. Emailing especially. Yep. I was going to say, if you're going to watch a video, the tablet all the way, but a laptop is much easier for that. This is interesting for someone who owns a lemonade stand. Coffee or tea?
I never drank coffee really. So I'm a green tea person. But we do have our Kona cold brew that we make in house. So, I do have to taste it and I love the smell and taste of coffee. I just never been a coffee fan. So
I get that. I actually think that even I, as a coffee drinker, I actually really prefer the smell of coffee. I love the smell of fresh ground coffee. It's amazing. And yeah, I've heard your Kona cold brew is amazing. A cold brew is like the thing now too.
Yeah, it's funny. My husband doesn't drink coffee either, but we have to taste it to make sure. I'm not,
Yeah. And you love green tea. Do you have it on a daily basis?
Yeah. So we have our tropical passionberry green tea, and I have that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. All right, Instagram or TikTok?
I'm more familiar with Instagram, but my staff do take over my TikTok and make videos for Wow Wow, which I love.
Yeah. So they use it for the shop.
Mm-hmm. They do a great job. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing, but it works.
It is really funny. There's two sides of the population. There's part of the population that is like, oh, TikTok is so fun. I deep dive. I send people all these videos. And the other half is like, it seems like it's great. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. Wow Wow Classic Lemonade or Wow Wow Watermelon Basil?
I would have to go with the classic because I'm allergic to watermelon.
Oh,
but
no.
It is delicious.
What a random thing to be allergic to. I don't know that I've actually, you know what? You were the second person I've ever heard was allergic to watermelon.
All melons. I'm allergic to all melons. It makes my throat itchy. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Do you have do you go into anaphylactic shock or anything or just itchy?
No, it just makes my throat itchy. And I remember my mom gave me a cucumber massage, a facial, and I just broke out in hives.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
what was meant
I found out.
What was meant to be a relaxing, pleasant experience quickly got dangerous.
Was itchy. Yeah.
Was an itchy mess.
Yeah.
Okay, Netflix or YouTube?
Well, I don't have a lot of time now to watch TV, but YouTube probably quick facts. Netflix, if I'm home with my husband, we'll watch a drama or something.
Yeah, there's all kind of binges on Netflix. And then it's so funny how often that comes up, that YouTube is more like, okay, I need to figure something out. I'm going to go on YouTube, or I'm going to check out what the most recent news, something breaking news or whatever. And then I'll go on YouTube. But aside from that, the chilling out, relaxing kind of thing is always Netflix.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, Netflix and chill. It's a real thing. All right. And then lastly, Hawaii or California?
Oh, probably Hawaii, just because all my family, the beach, the sunsets, the tan just hits different there. The browning.
Yes. All of it.
All
of it. Yeah. I was actually just reading this week because I know so many different people that have been trying to go to Hawaii or have a plan to go to Hawaii. And I saw that the mayor was like, please stop coming. Like everybody is coming here. Please stop for a minute. We need a break. And I was like, good on him for being like, all right, I get it. And at the same time, you guys got to calm down. Stay in Alabama a little bit longer. We need a minute.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I love California. I'm so happy to live here. And at the same time, I think I would pick Hawaii just because it feels like paradise. So, I mean, I have to just ask, what is it like growing up somewhere that everybody else considers like paradise? Did you think that way when you were growing up there? Or you just, it was like, you know, this is just what I know.
I just thought this is how everywhere, everywhere is like this. But I'm just, it's the tropical flavors. Like everyone's your auntie and uncle. Everyone's your Ohana family there. So I just love the island vibes. But I do love living in California. Visiting is great, but I do love California, living in California.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like you've got best of both worlds, really. If you're going, if home is here and then going there is visiting home, I mean, it's a pretty good situation.
For sure.
Not a lot of snow in your life, but that's okay.
No, I can't handle the cold. My body's just not made for that.
Isn't that funny? A lot of people make fun of me people back home, because I'm from the East Coast. And when I mention that I'm cold when living in Los Angeles, people are like, what are you talking? Like, you don't understand what cold is. And I'm like, it's 64 degrees outside. And they're like, yeah, what? And I'm like, no, but the difference is when your body isn't used to it and then it drops so many degrees, there's like a different, there's almost just like a different feeling throughout your whole system that feels feels cold. And when you're not used to it, it genuinely feels really cold. I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's like in your bones cold. So anyway,
even my cousin, he went to San Francisco. He was playing there for golf. And everyone was warming up, Oregon State, everyone was out there warming up, and the Hawaii team is like by the fireplace. They're like, oh my God.
They're all like, oh no, it's too much.
I can't move.
They're pulling out parkas and gloves, and everybody else is like, you guys. All right. So Adrienn, let's jump into our next segment called Humble Beginnings. I would love to know, what was your very first job ever?
My very first job was probably my mom's friend's fish and chip spot. And I think he paid me under the table. It was just,
yes,
worked at the register. Yeah. And then my first real job was probably in college, working as a teller at the bank.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you have any weird stories from being a teller at the bank? Because to me, it seems like a very simple, straightforward job, but I can only imagine the characters you end up dealing with.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I got robbed probably 3 times, 2 times indirectly. But yeah, wait, I was robbed.
What happened?
The downtown branch. Well, he was just like, no, this was the A&J branch. No, downtown Sacramento. And he had a little Post-it note. And it said, give me all your money. I have a gun and I'm not afraid to use it.
Stop it. Are you kidding me?
No, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I didn't say anything. It was so busy at the branch. There was a police officer, but I didn't want to get his attention. I was like, it's not my money. So like, here, take it. Yeah.
So wait, okay. So you were legitimately robbed. So then he says, give me all your money. I have a gun on a sticky
yellow
note.
Post-it note. Yeah.
Post-it notes being used for evil. No.
Yes.
Okay. So then, so you, in your mind, you're like, okay, it's not my money. I don't want to get injured. So I'll just do it. So do you have like a register underneath and you just like pull out a whole bunch of money and just give it to him?
Yeah, I made it look like it was a lot of money, so I gave him all the ones, like the 100-pack of ones. I didn't even pull my bait money because I thought like it was going to sound off. I was just nervous. I was like, I don't know. I just gave him my second drawer of bulk bills, and then I just gave it to him. I didn't even give him the marked bill. So,
oh my God! And then what happened? They did catch him.
But they caught him. They caught him in Reno. It was weird. They made me like identify him in a photo lineup, like a photo book.
Adrienn.
And I couldn't read. And I was like a sophomore in college. It was like super scary.
Like worst case scenario. I was thinking you were going to be like, yeah, there was this crazy lady named Sheila who would come in every day and ask for me to change out $10 in quarters. Like that's what I was expecting with like a laundry money story.
That would be way better.
Oh my God. So you actually got robbed. So he takes the money, turns around, walks out, and are you like, oh my God, like what do you do?
Hey, oh my God. Yeah, I did. I was like, hey, officer, like, I just got robbed. And, yeah. And then they couldn't get him. They didn't catch him till I think the next day or so.
Oh my God. But they did catch him. Ooh.
They did. It was weird. I didn't even remember what he looked like because I was just so like, I was just in shock. And then, but somehow I was able to identify the right person and they found the money.
That is not worth whatever hourly wage you were making. That is
I was like, I am never working in a bank anymore. If this happened to me, you know, with a family, I have 2 boys now. And so I'm like, oh, hell no.
Oh my God. And that you said you got robbed twice. So that happened more than once?
So, well, it was twice. Our branch got robbed. So it's indirect. It was another teller. I didn't even know it was happening. But yeah.
What is happening at this bank?
I know.
And what is the cop doing? He's just standing there chilling like, dude.
Chilling like a villain.
Let's be paying attention to Post-it notes being slid back and forth. My Lord. Okay, so all the way
So no more banking.
all the way from the glory of banking, oh my God, to Wow Wow Lemonade. So tell us, what is a little bit of this story, knowing that there was 20-ish years of this other industry you were in? So what did this trajectory look like to get you to where you are today?
So it's funny because my mom was like, hey, after I graduated from college, are you going to get a job? Because I would just play golf. I love golf.
Oh, really?
And I was like, so I got a golf scholarship, but I didn't actually go to the East Coast because it's too cold and I was super sheltered and I didn't even know how to do my laundry or boil water. So I'm like, I'm not going to the other side of this United States by myself. So I declined. So I was playing golf. My mom's like, you know, after about 6 months or so, she's like, hey, you going to get a job? I'm like, I don't know. Like I still didn't know what I wanted to do, you know? So
sure.
There was an insurance company down the street and it was called Hartford Insurance. I'm like, okay, I'm going to apply to just, you know, appease my mom. And I got the job and 20 years later, I was still in the industry.
Wow. What kind of insurance was it?
So I started out as an adjuster, like a claims adjuster. We did auto claims and I did general liability, property, and then I got into the broker side of things. So I was consulting.
Oh, wow. So all different sort of sides of it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was nice entertaining our clients. You know, get to play golf and drink whiskey and like, you know, it was nice.
Oh, that kind of client work, if you will.
Yeah, we got cigars and everything. So I was just, I don't know, I was just kind of tired of the corporate world. It's a very male dominated industry.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that, because I know there's so much conversation these days with like toxic masculinity, right? In the workplace, there's so much conversation, at least in the circles that I tend to be on within the LinkedIn world and what have you. There's so much being discussed right now. So was that some of your experience?
It was. And I felt like, because some of them are older and I think they still had that, you know, that mentality where if you're female, you just don't mean anything. So we'll just bypass you. So they only needed something like, you know, they'll contact me when they need something, like right now or yesterday. But then other than that, like, you know, they don't inform you of what's going on, or like, you know, they just figure you already know. And how am I supposed to? I'm not a mind reader. So I just got kind of tired of the bullshit and kind of like on an island, like, oh, you're a consultant. You're not part of the marketing sales group. So I was just like, we're one team, you know, I don't know why we're like divided here. I got tired of that.
Yeah. So you get tired of it. And then what happens?
Mm-hmm. So 2 years ago, my friend was, you know, always pitching these business ventures and stuff. And finally this one hit home. And it's funny because I'm like, I never heard of Wow Wow Hawaiian Lemonade. And I'm like, I was born in Maui, and I even called my friend who's lived there her whole life. She's a real estate agent. And she's like, no, I've never heard of it. It was all our touristy friends that would go there and get lemonades and acai bowls. And so that's how I heard about it. But she was pitching it, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this franchise, and it kind of hits home because it reminds me of my home and my friends and family and my cousins and my grandma and grandpa, who are not here anymore. But every time I walk into the shop now, it's just, I think of them and I see them, eating their papaya in the morning and then putting the vines out for the myna birds to eat. So it just makes me happy. I was at a point in my life, like, I guess I was having a mini midlife crisis. I was just like, I want to do something that makes me happy. Like, it's all about being happy where you're healthy still and you're mobile. Yeah. And I don't care about the money. I just want to do what makes me happy. So I just kind of dove right in and risked it all. And I'm in my 40s, but I'm like, I'm still young enough where I can take the risk. And if it doesn't work out, I can fall back on, whatever. But,
I love that.
I've always had these little side hustles too. Because I love people. So even with the insurance, like, I would sell, like, was it the LuLaRoe leggings, like all these MLM companies. Yeah. I did like the mascara thing, like the nail. I just love being with people and just talking to them. It wasn't so much about the product. Even though I'm passionate about something, everyone wants to buy it because they know that if I'm in love with it, it must be good. So they always trust me. But I've always had a side hustle. I'm like, why don't I make the side hustle my main hustle by owning my own company? Yeah. And so
your friend brought it to your attention and was like, hey, so there's this thing and it kind of reminds me of you. I feel like you'd really like it. And what was the next step? So you were like, okay, well, you're always saying this kind of thing. I'll go check it out. And then did you go to like a local spot? Were you back in Hawaii when you tried it? Like, what was the first experience you had?
Last time I was back home, I did go there, and it's a little tiny stand. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. It's so welcoming. It's good vibes. And it's not, sometimes some of these juice places can be intimidating, but it just felt so refreshing and like home. So I like that vibe. And then I went to corporates in Arizona. So I visited a couple of those shops. Okay. I tasted other products besides their lemonades, and I loved everything. Everything was homemade. Like, they made their own almond milk, their custards, their teas. I'm like, oh my God, I'm all about this. So this is so me.
And especially because you were saying that it reminds you of home, to me, that means it must be really authentic because your stuff, like, Hawaiian products, you grew up with everything. So tell me a little bit about that, because that was what I was reading also about all the products, is it's all really authentic. And like you said, it's all homemade.
Yep. I mean, just like our almond milk, we soak them and then we blend them and then we squeeze them through a nut milk bag, Wow. The taste of homemade almond milk is so different just in any kind of, our smoothies. It makes a huge difference in buying your store-bought. And like our PLG lemonades, I grew up with POG, passion orange guava. It tastes just like that, but just with lemonade. So it brings me home because I picture my great aunts and we cook together, we make rainbow jello, like all kinds of stuff. So it's just nothing but good vibes.
Yeah. So
when I think of the store.
So you went and you checked out a couple spots, and you're still working in insurance, and you were like, okay, this feels good to me. What was the thing that sort of pushed you to make it more than just, wow, I really like what they have to offer, and say, I want to jump in and be a part of this?
Well, doing my other side hustles, I'm just like, I've always been really good at it. I would blow up in sales. And so I'm like, you know what? Like, I think I'm going to do this. This is so me. And I think it's going to do well. I didn't even have any of the figures or anything. I didn't know how much a store made. I just felt like it's going to do well. I like it. It's going to do well. Just based on strictly energy. Even when I picked my spot, I'm like, this feels right. So it just propelled me. I'm like, I'm all in. And, I'm going to take the risk, make the jump. I'm tired of corporate. Yeah. And I just want to be my own boss and then have my own little shop,
Yeah. So what's something that you would recommend to other people who might be looking to do something similar in terms of like jumping ship from something that they know, an industry or a job that they're not passionate about or that they're not happy in anymore, and going for something different? Because it sounds like it was a simple transition for you, and for a lot of people, it's really complicated. So are there any suggestions you have for other people who are looking to maybe do the same sort of jump?
I would just say, do what makes you happy. If you're passionate about something, people are going to feel the vibes and they're going to come to you. It's magnetic, honestly.
Yeah.
People are all, I mean, I got so much like pushback. They're like, a lemonade stand. And I signed right before the pandemic hit. Like I didn't know that this was going to happen in a lifetime. I signed the franchise in the beginning of March. So, and then, then the pandemic hit. So
how did that work out too? Like, how did that unfold?
I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? But I'm like, you know, if you're passionate about something, there's no perfect timing. You just do it.
Yeah.
So honestly, the timing couldn't have been more impeccable. It was at a time of, you know, frantic, but then I was like, oh my God, like all these like general contractors were available for work. So they wanted work. I got a smoking deal to do the build out. We were supposed to open like in July, August, you know, then December, January. We didn't open until March of this year.
Wow.
But it was like, you know, we got a great deal. You know, we got a great, you know, lease. Our negotiation went well with the landlord. And then once we opened, the numbers were going down. People were ready to go out, spend money. You know, it was March. You know, I mean, I just thought the timing couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, although right now the numbers are increasing, you know, we've been still steady. Like the business has been great.
Wow. So what do you think are some of the biggest differences between what you do now and what you had been doing for so many years?
Owning a business is completely different. I had no idea that it would involve all of these steps. I mean, I didn't even know how to pick between an LLC, S Corp, C Corp. I mean, I really learned a lot through this whole process. It's completely different.
Did you have any kind of like mentor, anybody helping you to set things up as you went along? I think that's something that is really challenging for some people to like, how do you answer all those questions, you know?
Yeah, the corporate was there to help, but it was kind of difficult because they're in Arizona. So there's different regulations and laws in California.
Right.
So I had to do a lot of my own research on, and we're very green. I'm the eighth store. So
it's still super new. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of had to learn by myself.
Wow. So you've really come super far in the past year or so.
For sure.
Yeah. So how does that feel? I mean, how does it feel to turn around a year and a half later to where you are today?
I mean, I can't believe it's finally come to fruition, actually. It's just crazy that it's right in front of me. It's, you know, no, it feels really great. We employ a lot of, you know, high school students all, you know, at different high schools. And I love, you know, seeing them get their first job and just seeing them work, and they love it. And they consider me like their work mom. We're just one big happy family, and just, I don't want anything but good vibes. And I just, everyone's so happy when they come in. So I just love seeing everyone smiles every day. And it's just very uplifting, and it's no stress now, you know?
Yeah. Even running the business.
Insurance.
Yeah.
It's different kind of stress, but it's my own stress of just, I'm a perfectionist. So
got it.
Yeah, just I want things clean, tidy. I want them at a certain place. I have OCD, and so and I'm a control freak. So that's the hardest part for me, is to relinquish control. But I'm getting there.
Yeah, and it sounds like in your own way, being the business owner, you do get to have a certain amount of control over it, and you can teach people to do it the way that you prefer it to be done, versus being in the corporate world where you're trying to fit into what other people have set out for you to do, which is really different.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So how important is the mission of Wow Wow to you and to the customers? Because I know that's a big part of sort of, you know, in doing a little bit of research about the company, like this mission is a really important part of it. So would you like to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, we just want to spread the aloha spirit, like wherever you go. I don't care if it's just in Hawaii, like, but you know, in Hawaii, you welcome everyone to your island. I want them to feel like family, like share stories with us. We're all about having fun, you know, giving them, you know, great, you know, homemade food to, you know, make them, you know, their bellies happy. And then also we're all about sustainability and, you know, leaving a better, you know, planet for the next generations to come. So we have our reuse, recycle, our mason jar program. So if you purchase one of these, then you get 10% off your drink.
Oh, great.
So you can reuse your mason jars. You know, we use all compostable containers for acai bowls or cups.
I love that so much. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than going to a place and they hand you back styrofoam. And I'm like, guys, it's 2021. What are we doing? I think it's such an admirable thing to have compostable materials, and also having a program where you can bring back in materials like the glasses makes so much sense to me. I'm always shocked that other companies don't do more of that, because I think it also creates a loyalty to the brand. Like, you think to yourself, okay, so I had this great drink, you rinse it out at home. And then the first thing I think is, oh, I got to bring it back to either get another one or to turn it in for whatever they'll give back to me for bringing it back. I've always thought that that makes a lot more sense. So do you find that people really enjoy that about it?
They do. And then the drink looks much prettier in the mason jar.
Yeah.
And, they customize their cups, which is cute, and so it's just cute. Everyone comes in with their little mason jars and they're so excited to get their lemonade. So it's really cute.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so smart to do it that way. So, what do you feel like you love most about the job that you have now, when you look back on being robbed at the bank and all the different things that happen within working in the insurance world? What's like your favorite thing now about being a business owner?
I mean, like I said earlier, I just love seeing everyone smile. They want to come in and share stories with me. Even like the little girls are like, oh, Miss Adrienn's car is here. They want to see me. It's just so cute. And then even my staff, they come in on their off days to just hang out. I don't know if you remember Beverly Hills 90210. It's like the peach pit, but we call it the lemon pit, so they, as soon as they came, like one girl, as soon as she came back from Hawaii, like she came straight to her stand, like she missed us. And so everyone who comes back from school, they come visit. I just love the spirit in there. It's just like I said, nothing but good vibes, and everyone just has a great time. And that's what makes me happy. So
yeah, I think it just sounds like you've created a really sweet place within the community to build another community through, which is, it sounds like, it reminds me of a place that I would go to when I was growing up. Like, everybody kind of has or tends to gravitate towards something at different places in your life. And for me, I remember there was a coffee shop I worked at when I first came to LA that I met all these great people at. Like, they hired just amazing people. And that was part of what was great about it. Like, the product was good, but they hired and brought on good people. So it just made people want to be there, whether you were working or off or you were a customer. We had so many regulars, and they would just come in. We would all kind of hang out. It sounds like so similar to what you've created.
I love that we're like the go-to spot, because they walk their dogs or they meet their friends there for, coffee or a bowl. The bikers meet up there. I mean, I love that they share their stories together. Yeah. Just hang out and have fun.
So what are some of your favorite items that you have on your menu?
There's so many. I actually love them all, but my favorite is definitely just the pina colada for the lemonade, just coconut pineapple. Yeah. I like the PLG, the passion lemonade guava. I like the cold brew crave for our bowl. It's our original acai mixed with our Kona cold brew blend.
Got it.
And we have our coffee custard, which has our hapia cream in there. Oh. I just love coconut.
I love coconut. And it's good for you, right? Coconut has some really positive properties in it.
Yeah. And then what else do I like? We have our, I like our flatbread sandwiches. We have grain bowls, nut butter toast, avocado toast. So, a snack for any time of the day. And it's all real ingredients. Like, even our coloring that we use for the blue Hawaii, it's blue spirulina,
So it's it all just sounds so natural, right? Like, there's not a lot of just like junk in there. And you go to,
no junk.
What I find interesting is when you go to like yogurt shops or a lot of other places, when you actually read what's in a lot of it, it's not healthy. So everything you're explaining and everything I saw on your menu, it's all healthy and made from real items. Like, it's real food.
Yeah. And I'm pre-diabetic and I have high cholesterol. So, I mean, that's why I need to watch what I eat too. Yeah. And so berries has the lowest amount of sugar. So that acai bowl with the unsweetened almond milk we make, I mean, it's perfect for my diet. So.
Wow.
And it's good.
Yeah. And it all tastes good and it's refreshing. So I just feel like, Yeah, you've created an awesome community, but it's also a healthy thing that people can gravitate towards versus people hanging out at like a 7-Eleven or a pizza shop. You know, it's like they're great. Everything has great items there, but to think of what you guys have and that you're putting out into the world is all not only positive, but healthy for the planet and for people. It's such a beautiful thing. So congratulations. Where do you feel like you see Wow Wow in like 5 years from now? If it's only been, you know, a year and a half at this point for you, where could 5 years take you? Who knows?
I mean, we want to open a couple more, and I know it's booming. Like they're all opening. I know people have signed all along the coastal region. So like Florida, Texas, you know, New Mexico, Arizona. Where else are they opening? Just, yeah, they should be popping up. So I think we're going to be a known brand soon.
Yeah.
Definitely brand awareness will be coming up, and can't wait for that.
Yeah, that'll be so exciting. All right, so Adrienn, let's jump into our last segment of the show called Branded. So I just have 3 fun questions. They're all multiple choice. If you get them all wrong, you win. If you get them all right, you win. No matter what, you win. And I just have them in so we get some fun facts into the episode. By no means are you expected to know these answers, but they're just for fun. So my first question, and I had so much fun preparing this because I really didn't know the answers to any of these, and I just thought they were all really interesting. Okay, so first question. What about lemonade is scientifically thirst quenching? Because they always say lemonade is thirst quenching, but why? So is it A, the sugar and water combination? Is it B, the lemon's vitamin C? Or C, the sour and tart flavors?
I want to say C.
You are correct. Yeah. So the thirst quenching properties scientifically are the sour and tart flavors because they stimulate the salivary glands more than any other taste. And the acidity of that masks less refreshing flavors like sweetness. So after one sip of lemonade, you're actually getting an immediate relief of a dry mouth, which I thought was like, what? I did not know that. I know, right? Great job. You're already winning. But I just thought that was so fascinating. The sour and tart is actually what is refreshing about it. And I did not know that.
That's why I love our lemonades. But some people will come in, can you make my lemonade not so sour tart? I'm like, I can't do that. That's what the fruit gave me.
That's
or
like
the earth gave me that.
Right. You're like, that's sort of the definition of what it is. So maybe you just want water. You're wrong.
Sure.
You're in the wrong place, but thanks for being here anyway. Have a flatbread sandwich. All right. B. What day is National Lemonade Day? Is it C, June 20th? Is it B, August 20th? Or C, July 20th?
I feel like we just had this too. August 20th.
It is August 20th. Yep. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I love that. I also love that basically every day of the year is National Something Day. At this point, they've picked out everything. Yesterday, I missed that it was National Pet Day or National Dog Day or something. And I was like, well, I'm a jerky dog mom because I did not post anything or tell my dogs Happy National Dog Day. And that makes me a bad person. So yeah, National Lemonade Day is August 20th for everybody out there. So celebrate we're just past it. We can still
But every day can be Lemonade Day.
Thank you. I was waiting for it. Don't forget though, every day can be National Lemonade Day at Wow Wow.
Exactly. Ooh, that's so sexy. I love your voice.
Thank you so much. Just drop it down. All right, Adrienn, last question. Where was the first lemonade soft drink debut? Or where's the first lemonade soft drink? And they do soft drink is in quotes because it's not really like a soft drink, but where did it first debut? Was it in Atlanta, Georgia in the United States? Was it in Melbourne, Australia? Or C, was it in Paris, France?
I would say Paris, France.
You are right. Holy crap. 3 out of 3. Yes, the first lemonade debuted in Paris, France, August 20th, 1630. That's how long it's been around.
August 20th.
That's why.
Right.
And that's why.
Wow.
Oh, wow. How about that lemonade? So yeah, Paris, France came up with lemonade first. I've always thought of lemonade as a very Southern thing. So Atlanta, Georgia to me would have been like first answer mine instantly. I was like, oh, it's somewhere in the South. No, France. And I don't think of France as that. I think of France as being like, we drink wine. That's it. We drink wine. No.
Oui,
Oui, oui. Wow, wow, oui, we came up with lemonade. So,
I love it.
little French people, way to rock it. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's why National Lemonade Day is August 20th.
Merci beaucoup.
Yes. Wow. Lovely. So Adrienn, tell us where people can find Wow Wow Lemonade. How do they reach out to you guys? Or if anybody else is like, oh my gosh, I want to get out of insurance too, and I have got to open up a lemonade stand. Tell us a little bit of how they can find more information, discover you guys, and make sure to come and visit you.
Yeah, so they can follow us on Facebook or Instagram at Wow Wow Lemonade El Dorado Hills. Also, you can go to Wow Wow Hawaiian Lemonade to get some information if you do want to open up your own stand. And our physical location is 3373 Bass Lake Road, Suite 100. We're right off of Bass Lake Road in the new Safeway Shopping Center next to Chase Bank.
Yeah.
So come share some aloha spirit with us.
Yeah. So if you're in the bank and there's a robbery and you're stressed out, go get a lemonade next door. Pop next door. Get yourself a Wow Wow to feel better.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It is convenient, but I don't want to work next door.
No, and you don't have to now. You don't have to. Well, I'm so glad that this has all worked out so beautifully for you. I can completely see why people gravitate towards your shop. It sounds so amazing. When I'm in El Dorado Hills, I cannot wait to come and have one of your many drinks and food items. I might have a watermelon basil just to make it feel better because it knows that you can't have it. I'll have that one. And I hope that you have a fantastic weekend ahead of you. Thank you so much for being here.
You too. Thank you for having me. And yeah, come stop by and I'll hook you up.
I would absolutely love that.